Dropshipping can be very overwhelming as a beginner. When you learn a new skill, it can be very daunting knowing where to actually start. And that's the exact reason I'm making this video. My goal for today is to give you guys a clear path to get you on your way to starting a profitable Shopify dropshipping business. And by the end of this video, you should have your very own dropshipping business ready to launch. So with that being said, if you guys do get this video to 2,000 likes, I'm gonna be giving you guys 10 products that are making thousands of dollars per day right now that you can start selling on your dropshipping store. So if you guys do want that, then make sure to smash the like button and definitely subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into the value. Alright guys, in order to succeed, you're gonna need to understand quite a bit of components and how they work together. But the first step is getting our store off the ground. So let's hop into my computer and I'm gonna show you how a complete newbie should start their dropshipping business. But before we do that, I'm super excited to announce that I'm finally gonna be releasing my dropshipping course. Literally hundreds of you have messaged me, blowing me up on Instagram, begging me to release this course. So over the last few months, I've been planning and creating the most comprehensive dropshipping course where I literally reveal absolutely everything that has made me over $4 million in sales. And I truly believe that this course is gonna help you skyrocket your dropshipping career. Right now, I'm finishing up the recording on it, so it's not completely finished. But for the first 100 people who do pre-order the course, you're gonna be getting it for 50% off the original price. So make sure to click the first link in my bio, because after these 100 spots are taken, I won't be letting anyone else in till the course is fully completed. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do is we need to start a trial on Shopify. Shopify is where our website's hosted and all of our orders come to, so this is pretty essential. There's other e-commerce platforms, but Shopify is definitely a very reliable one. So I'm gonna start my free trial and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Alright guys, so I just started my trial, so the next thing we're gonna wanna do is come over this app section over here and click visit the Shopify app store. Alright, now that you're in the app store, you're just gonna wanna search up Oberlo. What Oberlo is, it's this tool that helps us import products from AliExpress. So I'm just gonna add this app and I'll be back after it's done downloading. Alright guys, now that you're in Oberlo, you're gonna wanna come over this product section over here and you're gonna wanna click find products, and it's gonna redirect us to this page that's hosting all these different products from AliExpress. So we could search through these if we see a product that catches our eye, but I'll also leave some links to some product research videos that will show you how to find winning products. But for today's video, I'm not gonna really be covering that, so I'll drop a link above to check that out. Alright guys, so after you found a product that catches your attention, just click add to import list and click edit on import list, and here's where we can actually change some of the details inside the product description. So I can change the title and call these blue light glasses. And then over here's where the products collection gets hosted. You don't need to worry about this right now, and you don't need to worry about this or this part. But I definitely recommend coming onto this description part, and all the description is on AliExpress is very generic, so I always recommend deleting that and then coming over this variant section, and here's where you can choose what product SKUs you actually want to sell. So for example, if you only want to sell black, red, and pink, and we could just get rid of these other variations over here, and inside this pricing description we can actually put the price we want to sell it at. So we can see that this blue light glasses from AliExpress costs $2.64. So my rule of thumb is at least having a 3 times the product cost, but since this product is so cheap, I definitely recommend doing a little bit more than that. So I'm gonna put this product at $9.99, and we can actually just copy and paste it in the other variants we want over here. And then this compared app price is very important, because this price is actually going to dictate if the customers see if it's on sale or not. So I'm going to choose change all, and we could just put it to $14.99. So when customers come on our website, they'll see that the product used to be $14.99, but they can get it for $9.99 right now. So it makes it look like a better deal. And then the last thing we're going to want to do is come over to this image section, and we're going to want to choose what images we actually want to import to the store. So I'm gonna get rid of some of these images, like this one over here. I'm not that big of a fan of, and since we aren't selling the blue or the white glasses, then we'll just get rid of some of these product photos. And now that you have what you want, just click import to store over here, and within seconds, the product will be imported to your store. So you could just click edit product on Shopify. And now you'll see the product that you just imported. So inside the description, we can actually control what's gonna show up on the website. So one way we can actually craft our product descriptions is by taking the name of our product. So for example, we're selling these blue light glasses, and I recommend just going on Google and typing it in. And what's gonna happen is that tons of other websites that are selling like the exact same product are gonna pop up. So we're gonna wanna find a dropshipping website. So we might need to look through a few different websites over here. So I'm gonna add this one and this one. So after you found some good examples, what I highly recommend you do is look through a few of them and see what you like and what you dislike. And then essentially what you wanna do is you wanna reword and turn this into your own. So definitely not copy, but I definitely recommend taking some features that you like these bullet points over here, and put it in your own words. For today's example, I'm just gonna show you by copying and pasting this into our store right here. So as you see, after I copied it, it's gonna show up over here. So what I recommend you do is to bold a couple of the important details out. Make sure to click save, and we can just click this preview button over here, and we're gonna actually see our live product. So as you see, the product over here is starting to really come together, but the website over here is the standard Shopify theme. The Shopify theme controls what design we're actually gonna be using, and I actually don't recommend any of these Shopify free themes. Some of the paid ones are good, but the best free theme that you can actually get is this Beautify theme over here. I use it for pretty much all of my stores, and it converts amazingly. So all you need to do is click free download, enter your information in, and then all you're gonna need to do is put your store link, and you can just grab it from your URL right over here, paste it in, and then just click free download now, and it's actually gonna install their app onto your Shopify store, and then the theme's gonna be ready for use. So after it's done, I'll be back with you guys. So after the download's done, all you need to do is come to this online store section and click themes, and you should scroll down and you should see Beautify over here. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is click publish, so it becomes the native theme that shows up when a customer comes to it. So after it's published, what we wanna do is click customize over here, and here's where we can actually control the design of our store. What I highly recommend you do right off the bat is you come over to this viewer section and click mobile. I recommend that you optimize your website for mobile and then come back to desktop and make sure everything looks good. So now that you have your store ready for design, you're gonna need to come up with your brand name. One of the easiest ways to do this is using this website namemesh.com. We can just come in here and we can type in blue light glasses, and we can click generate, and all of these different domain name ideas will pop up. So I like looking in this fun section over here because these usually sound more like brand names. So we can scroll through here and see if there's anything that we like. One thing that I recommend you do while you look through these domain names is try to find something short and catchy and something that relates to the product. Now that you have your brand name ready to go, we need to make a logo. And my favorite way to make logos is using canva.com. They have all these pre-populated templates. So for example, we could just come in here and click logo, and on the left side over here, all these different templates will actually populate where we can just put our brand name into. So I recommend scrolling through these and trying to find something that relates to your brand. In our example, we're gonna be selling glasses, so I can just come up to this template and actually just search up glasses, and we can actually see they do have some examples for us over here. And then after you've picked your template out, you can just come in here and put your brand name. So for example, blue light, and they have tons of different fonts you can actually manipulate the logo with. So you could try this one out, and you could just change the sizing to whatever you want. So you can see how easy it is to really make a solid logo with this. Within just a few seconds, I already have a pretty cool logo over here. So after you have your logo figured out, all you want to do is click over here, download, and as a transparent background, and there you have it. That's going to be the logo that you're going to be using for your dropshipping store. So now that's ready, let's hop back onto Shopify, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. Okay, so what we're going to want to do with our logo now is come back over to the Shopify theme section and just click customize on the Beautify theme we downloaded, and here we're going to want to upload that logo. So after you've uploaded your logo, it should populate over here, but you're gonna need to make sure to do it for both of these sections over here. So I'm just gonna click the logo again, and there you see it. We have our logo, and if we actually check it out on mobile, it looks quite a bit better. And in this section, we can actually resize it if we want it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And now what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna start designing the website over here. And it couldn't be overwhelming for a beginner, but this process is actually really easy. You wanna come into this welcome section over here, and here's where we're gonna wanna click explore free images. And here's the section where the image is actually gonna show up. So I'm just gonna look up glasses over here, and let's try to find someone wearing glasses, maybe something that looks professional and clean. Like this image actually looks really solid. So we could just click select over here. And now we're just gonna wanna put some text in. So usually what I use this section for is just getting their attention. So I could say the best blue light glasses. And then over here, we don't really need to put anything, but if we wanna put some text, we could just put in here, shipped worldwide to your doorstep. And there we go, we actually have our first section over here. And if you don't like how this font looks, what you can do is you can come back over here, scroll down to theme settings, and in this typography, they're gonna give us tons of different fonts we can actually go through. So maybe we like this antique olive one over here. So I'm gonna click select, and then it's gonna change this section over here. So now that you have your first section, what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna come back to the theme settings, and we're just gonna wanna click add new section. And what I want you to do is add an image with text section. So it should look just like this. There should be an image right here and then a text section. So let's click select. And now we're gonna wanna drag this under the best blue light section we just made. And these other sections, what we're gonna wanna do is click into them. And for now, we're just gonna remove these sections because they're not needed. So after you've removed all of those sections, make sure you keep this subscribed to our newsletter because this is the part we're actually gonna be using. And now in this section, what we're gonna wanna do, we're gonna wanna head back over to that AliExpress listing that we're using for the product we're selling. So on this listing over here, what I want you to do is I want you to download this tool called AliSave over here because it makes it so easy to download images off AliExpress. You can just come to any of these images and any of these variants, click one button, and if you see, they're all gonna download right here. So this is gonna be really convenient for us, so we don't need to right click and try to save all these because they come out in this web page format. So this way we just get all the images really simply. And now what we can do in this section is we can click back over the image with text section we created, and we're gonna wanna click select image over here. And here's where we can actually add some images that we want to show up on this section. So I'm gonna click select over here. The type of image we want in this section is something very visually aesthetic that catches their attention. So this is a really high quality image. So that's definitely what we're looking for. And now what I recommend for this image with text section is to look back on the AliExpress listing and look for some of the features that the supplier talks about, because those are some big selling points of it. Sometimes you actually won't be able to find them, which is a little bit of a bummer, but definitely worth scrolling through. If you can't find anything, then make sure to go back to the listings where you got inspiration from to create your original product description, and you can kind of add some details that you feel like would be relevant there. So in this section, I'm gonna put blocks up to 95% of harmful blue light, and I'm just going to get rid of this portion over here, capitalize some stuff. So what this portion is for is to really describe a benefit of this product. A lot of people like to describe features. So what a feature would be is talking about maybe the metal or the shape, but what a benefit is talking about what it's gonna do for you. So this has 95% of harmful blue light. So what you wanna do in this section over here is elaborate on it and talk about how this is actually gonna benefit you. So since it blocks 95% of blue light, we could put over here, reduces headaches, strain on your eyes, and overall improves your day-to-day. So if you see, this header over here relates directly to the benefits of the product. So now after you have your first section, I recommend you create 2 more of these. So we can go back to add section, and we want to scroll down for the image with text. So let's add 1 more of these, and then we'll have the total number of sections we want. And then all we need to do after we've added them is to drag them above the subscribe to our newsletter. So now, right now, you should have 3 sections, and I'm gonna want you to rinse and repeat this strategy, just talking about more benefits. So I'm gonna knock mine out and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, so I just knocked the other sections out over here. So you can see in this section, I said featherweight design, lighter and more durable. So how I related this section to the header over here is I said you can take your blue light glass with you anywhere, and our super durable design allows you to live your life without worries. And then the other section over here is talking how it blocks 99.9% of radiation. And I just said with radiation all around you, we need to be proactive to protect ourselves and loved ones. With our blue light glasses, you'll be one step ahead of the crowd. So if you see these 3 sections over here really sold the product. So as soon as they come on your website, they're gonna be able to scroll down and they're gonna see that this is a really solid product that they might actually wanna purchase. So after you have this section done, we're gonna wanna come to the subscribe to newsletter section, and all we're gonna wanna do is put a short sentence over here. So we can put, by subscribing, you'll be the first person to know about our exclusive deals and discounts. So then now that you have that set up, what I recommend you do, I recommend for you to scroll down to this guarantee section, and I recommend removing them. Actually, I found that this section over here doesn't convert that well. So I'm gonna remove these. You don't have to if you don't wanna do that. But after you've removed them, the last thing we're gonna really need to do to our website is we're gonna wanna set up our footer. So what we need to do is we need to scroll down to this footer section, and we're gonna wanna come to the About Us, and we're just gonna wanna come back, put our logo in here, and then we just want to put a short sentence about our brand. So we could just put over here, the world's best blue light glasses. Something like that that's catchy and sort of a slogan for your company. And then you can just fill all your info over here. So if you have a contact email and a phone number, you can put that in. And then over here in this quick section is where you're actually gonna set up the menus that redirect. Since we haven't set up our menu, I just recommend to leave it in this footer menu over here. And then this subscribe to newsletter, we can actually remove because we already have a newsletter section. So I'm gonna click remove. And now what we can do is just this aesthetic part over here. So if you don't like this color scheme, what I recommend you do is come over this theme settings over here and go inside colors. And inside here, it's actually gonna control the colors that we're using on our website. One thing I highly recommend is you go back to your logo and you figure out the color code that you use. So if you come in Canva, you can just click new color over here and it will have the exact color code that we used on our website. And now when we go back to our website, we can just put this color code in so the colors are actually congruent with our logo. This is actually a very important step. So you could just put this in all the sections you want, and now your website's gonna be looking really cohesive. Now, the last thing that I recommend you do to your homepage over here is to add one more section. So you can click add section, and I recommend you go to featured product. And here's where they're actually gonna be able to buy your product. So let's click blue light glasses over here. And then all we're gonna wanna do is drag this in front of the newsletter. So now you see that they'll be scrolling down and then they'll see a way to actually purchase your product. And if we come over to full details over here, you can see that the website's pretty much ready to go. And one thing that you're gonna see is this testimonial section over here. I do recommend that you get rid of this testimonial section because we actually are going to add reviews from a tool that will import reviews from AliExpress. So we can just remove these. We can click save, and then we're gonna wanna go back to the Shopify app store, and we can just look up review app over here. And what's gonna happen is there's gonna be tons of different apps we can actually use for importing our reviews. So for example, any reviews on this AliExpress listing will actually get imported directly to our product listing over here. So we don't need any real reviews to start off with, which makes it really nice. This is definitely one step that I recommend you don't miss because reviews are very important to help people convert and actually turn them into a sale. All right, now that you have your website and reviews done, what we need to do is we need to go into the online store section and we need to head over to this pages section over here. We really need to create a few more pages in our website to make it look professional. So I recommend just clicking add page over here. And what what we can do is we can call this contact us. And in this section, you just want to put some details for customers to get in contact with you. All right, so I just knocked mine out and I put over here, need help. Don't worry, our team of experts will get back to you within 24 hours. And then I just put a link to actually contact us. Obviously, this isn't a real store, so I didn't put a real URL over here. But after you've done that, make sure you save the page. And then what you're gonna need to do is click create another page. And what we're gonna wanna do here is put refund policy. And then in this section, you just wanna kind of describe briefly your refund policy. I highly recommend you have a super lenient refund policy on your dropshipping store. So for my example today, I'm gonna show you a standard refund policy that I would use for my stores. All right, so what I put in this section is we are a family-run business and your satisfaction is our priority. If you don't love our products, then we wanna make it right. And then I just elaborate a little bit on how the process actually works. And this is actually very important because tons of customers will actually look at this before they purchase. So if they see that there's a lenient return policy, then they're definitely gonna not only be more inclined to shop with you, and if they don't like their product, you're actually gonna be able to mitigate it with a refund rather than them calling their bank and trying to get it resolved on their own. So this is definitely a really good way to get customers to purchase and actually come back and order from you again. So after you've saved this page, we're gonna wanna make one more page over here. And this is what we're gonna call the FAQ. So inside this section, I want you to think about any questions that would come up through the buying process, and then you can just put them in the FAQ over here, and you can structure it like this. So this is what your FAQ should look like. As you see, I just have a question over here saying, how long does it take to get my order? And then you just put the answer over here. So I recommend just thinking about anything under the sun that will be a bottleneck in the buying process. And I just recommend putting it in the FAQ. And after you've done that, just make sure you save that page. And what we're gonna need to do is come over to this navigation section over here. And we're gonna wanna head over to the main menu section. And what we're gonna wanna do now is we're gonna wanna come to this catalog section over here. And if you have a one product store like my example today, then I recommend you just name this link the product name, so the blue light glasses. And then you wanna make sure it links directly the product page. So you can click products over here and link directly the product page. So when someone clicks this menu item, they'll land directly on the product page, which will definitely improve those conversions. Now I recommend you click add menu item over here, and we're gonna wanna go to link and then pages and click contact us, and then add that over here. And we're gonna wanna add one more link, and that's going to be the FAQ page we actually created. I don't recommend having your refund policy in your main menu. What we're gonna use for the refund policy is we're gonna actually go back and we're gonna go inside this footer menu over here, and we're gonna leave this search item over there, that's fine, but we're gonna wanna add a menu item, and we're gonna actually want to add the product link like we did before, so direct it to blue light glasses. And then in this section, I recommend putting the refund policy, the contact us, and the FAQ. So this section will be more of like policies, and when they're shopping, they have any questions, they can use this menu over here. So now all you need to do is click save. And when we actually view this website, we're gonna be able to see that the menu items are actually showing up. And if we do scroll all the way down, we're gonna see that the footer menu is actually put in place correctly also. So the last thing that we're gonna need to do before this store is ready for launch is we need to set up our shipping. So you wanna click inside this settings over here, and you wanna head over to shipping and delivery. So just click into that. And what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to click manage rates over here. So there's a few different rates we're gonna need to actually figure out. So inside this section, it's shipping from the United States. What I recommend you do is you just delete all of these besides the free option right here, because ideally what we wanna do is we wanna provide free shipping to all of our customers. So this is really important that we take those other options out. And we wanna put the shipping speed that we're using over here. So if you have 5 to 8 day shipping, you could say that, but usually with AliExpress, it's gonna be about 10 to 15 business days. So I would definitely edit that up. and then I would leave this at free over here. And then what you can do is you can make sure it says based on order price over here, and make sure you put 0, so that lets Shopify know that if any order is over $0, then they'll get free shipping. So now you can just click save, and then I want you to scroll down to the rest of world section over here, and let's just get rid of these rates over here, and let's click add rate, and you want to put your own rate over here. So you can pretty much name this anything. I recommend either calling it standard shipping, or you could call it USPS shipping if you're using that service. And then you just want to leave it at 0 over here, and then click add conditions, and you want to do the same thing. You want to click based on order price, make sure it says $0, and click done. And that's simply, we just created our shipping options, so anyone coming on our website is gonna get that juicy free shipping. So now all you need to do is click save. So right now your store should be pretty much ready to start advertising, but what I definitely recommend is checking out this video link above. It's gonna show you how to get a little bit more complicated in your product page creation, because the product description I showed you how to craft today is a very simplistic version and probably won't yield as many conversions. So definitely check that video link out. And also inside this video, I decided not to cover advertising because I have tons of video on the channel talking about it. So I'm gonna leave a link above if you're just getting into Facebook advertising and you wanna learn the basics and learn how to actually launch your first profitable Facebook campaign. All right, guys, so that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I really hope you guys got a ton of value from this video. If you did, make sure to let me know down in the comments. It definitely inspires me to make more content like this. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to smash the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.